नमस्ते, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल। वेलकम टू माय चैनल बेस्ट लर्नर। मेरा नाम है पवन कुमार। मैं बेसिकली एक मैकेनिकल इंजीनियर हूँ। मैं साइंस बेस्ड एजुकेशनल रिलेटेड वीडियोस बनाता रहता हूँ जो साइंस और इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट्स के लिए बहुत ही ज़्यादा हेल्पफुल है। और मैं कॉन्सेप्ट CBSE सिलेबस से रेफर करता हूँ। जितना हो सके उन्हें ईजी वे में समझाने की कोशिश करता हूँ ताकि आप सबको कॉन्सेप्ट ईजिली समझ में आ सके। अगर आप मेरे चैनल पर नए हो तो फटाफट लाइक, सब्सक्राइब, शेयर कर दो ताकि आपको नेक्स्ट वीडियो की नोटिफिकेशन। So today I am going to explain about this stress and strain diagram. Before going to this stress and strain diagram, we should know about stress and strain. What is the stress? Stress is nothing but when the force is applied on any body in the two direction. That is called as stress. Because of that force acting in the two direction or single direction, material will undergoes the deformation. That is called as strain. So in case of this metal shaft, there are two tensile forces are acting on the two opposite direction. Because of this tensile force, material undergoes deformation. So whatever things are going to happen during this deformation, we are going to study this process of deformation from this graph. Here, in case of this graph, stress is acting on the upward direction and strain is acting on the horizontal direction. And there is a 5 points in this graph, A, B, C, D, E. These all points indicates its own specifications that I will explain here. The point O to A indicates proportional limit. That is nothing but, that is also called as elastic range. Point from O to A is called as elastic range. Elastic range is nothing but when the force is applied on the body in two directions, it will undergo some deformation. When the deformation is under this range from the O to A, then that is called as elastic range. Deformation is within this range, then material regain its original shape. Then material regains its original shape after deformation also. Elastic range obeys the Hooke's law. Hooke's law states that stress is directly proportional to the strain within the elastic limit. Means how much we will apply the stress, that much we will get the strain. So that is also when the deformation is under the elastic range. So Young's modulus is equal to stress divided by strain. The point A to B is indicates that elastic limit. Elastic limit, that is nothing but maximum elastic limit, and it is also called as yield point. That is sigma y. Here, when the deformation of any object crosses the point B, then it will not regain its original shape. So that is what this point B indicates. Next, point B to D indicates plastic range. Plastic range and it also called as plastic deformation. Here there is a smaller external force is applied. Because of that smaller external force, material undergoes the larger deformation. When the deformation crosses the point B, then it will move in a linear direction till the point C. When deformation crosses the point C, then there will be gradually increase in the strain till the point D. So D is also called as ultimate tensile stress, that is sigma U. It is called as ultimate tensile stress because at this point material will experience the larger tensile stress and it will undergo the fracturing process. So when the deformation crosses this point D, it will undergo the fracture process. At this point E, material will be break down. That is what here shows. So this is all about stress and strain diagram. I hope you all understood this concept. If you have any doubt, you can put your questions on the comment box. I'll make sure that I will reply all your questions. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let's meet on next video. Till that, stay safe, stay healthy.